you're niche. You're like, you're my type, but maybe not everyone's type. Right?
Exactly. Light skin, light eyes is not everybody's type. I got cut from the Bills, and we get to play them twice a year. The opportunity that I'm going to be able to have.
So you're telling me it's not because you don't think the Bills can get over the hump?
To be honest.
Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off, presented by Better. Special episode.
Yep.
We got Dolphin legend in the house.
Dolphin legend. Hasn't even played a game.
Doesn't matter. Already a Dolphin legend.
South Florida legend.
South Florida legend. We got Jordan Poyer in the house.
Appreciate y'all boys. Appreciate y'all boys.
Very handsome individual.
Extremely.
We're handsome as well, too.
You don't gotta gas me
Hey,
up.
we're good. We're good. We're gassing each other up.
Right there with that.
Normalize the boys telling each other they're handsome.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, this
Absolutely.
podcast normalizes telling men that they're handsome. I
Actually,
mean, it's kosher.
So speaking of that, the other day, so I was on the 6, like doing social program for us and shit, whatever. And like y'all signed OBJ, and I was like, he said something in chat. I was like, damn, like that's a really
handsome man,
handsome looking man, and good looking receiving core. So I actually made this graphic. It says who is the most handsome player on the Dolphins. You're in there, right?
By the way, you got a good percentage there. That's a good population.
Black in the eyes and that.
That's
You
a
look very good.
That's a fire pick.
So
Any thoughts?
I appreciate that, boys.
Any thoughts on the ranking?
What were the votes?
There were votes. So I put it up a poll. I'm not going to reveal the results yet, but in first place, if you had to guess who it would be?
You gotta say yourself.
You,
I
Braxton.
gotta say myself.
You gotta say
I gotta
yourself.
say myself. But it's probably. I mean, I gotta say myself. But I don't think a lot of
Hey, you know what? You're niche. You're like, you're my type, but maybe not everyone's type. Right?
Exactly.
So
light skin, light eyes is not everybody's type.
Yo,
Disagree.
okay,
I feel like that'd be everyone's type.
I made a
It's
video.
my wife's type. That's all I need.
I made a video to post on our fucking TikTok, and it like bombed. And I literally said, I'm like, Jordan, you have light skin and light eyes. It's not fucking fair for the rest of us. Like, that's not okay.
Go through the ranking.
So OBJ was first.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's
but hey,
fair.
It's a name, but it's a name. It might be a name thing, though. That's the thing.
We did do a poll for the entire office, though, and I was looking at the poll results. Almost everyone in the office chose you as number one, by the way. So
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all better. Thank you guys.
But then we
Appreciate
got
it.
Braxton too.
That's fine.
Braxton's
a good looking dude.
I think. Are you taller than him? I feel you're
I
taller
am.
than him though.
I am.
So people forget about the height. And then Jordan was 3. Other, please comment. 9% didn't see any comments actually. But
By the way,
Interesting.
I mean, if we are making those
16% though is
rankings,
not
I like
terrible.
it.
if we
I
are
like
making
it.
those rankings, Braxton's third. Like come on. Like, what are we doing?
It's my dog, bro.
Interchangeably, it could be you and
He might
OBJ.
be here later today. I do want to talk to him about it too.
I'll say that. And that's not a knock. It's not a unique look in terms of Braxton. All right, the Caucasian look is not. It's not a thing. The light skin, light eyes, though,
is actually
definitely
so
hits.
unfair. Like.
Jordan has nothing to say. Jordan has nothing to say. All right, wait, Jordan, we were talking about
this.
this off the pod,
On
and
the
I'm
actual
very
football,
curious because I want to make this quick. But why Miami? Why'd you choose to sign with the best team in the AFC East?
Yeah, man. I love their culture. Being on the other side for 7 years, being able to see them grow as a football team. I have a lot of respect for Mike McDaniel and his coaching ability to be able to.
Seems like a cool dude to play
Seems
for
like a
too.
Great dude, and with his off the field story too.
That's cool.
Battling alcohol, similar to what I had to go through a little bit, and just seeing how far he's came, and he's a leader on and off the field, and he's a guy that a lot of players like to play for.
He's a good example, right?
Very good example.
Yeah,
Very good example. And so I've been down in South Florida for 8 years every off season. I'm 30 minutes from the facility, and I grew up in somewhat of a Dolphins fan. My mom was a huge Dolphins fan, so I mean, why not?
Who's your favorite Dolphin growing up?
Growing up, probably was it Ricky Williams?
Oh, God.
I love Ricky Williams.
Ricky had that Wildcat offense. That was my God.
Did you wear like 34, play running back when you were a kid?
No, I didn't. No, but I did have those big pads that he had with the big helmet. Yeah.
So you're telling me it's not because you don't think the Bills can get over the hump?
To be honest.
I mean, if you're not there anymore,
it's hard to play out there. It's very hard to play out.
You were saying
Buffalo,
earlier before we talk, it was like it just gets really fucking cold. Like no one wants to be there. Everyone thinks it's a home field advantage for the Bills, but like the Bills players don't even want to be there. Right?
I think everybody's cold in those situations. They do have the fans, which are really rowdy.
Amazing.
Great.
Insane.
Bills Mafia is crazy.
You ever jump through a table?
I have never jumped through a table. I think that's a little wild.
That might be a retirement deal for you, though. If you
I want to keep all my body parts, so I can golf later on in life.
So not the flaming table.
Not the flaming table. They got the ketchup bowling ball and
that
stuff
place
like
is
that.
it's wild. Crazy,
it's wild.
bro.
It's wild.
Oh my god.
So they do got the fan advantage, but like I said, playing in the cold, everybody's cold. And you get to December, January out there in Buffalo. It's just, it's dark when you're going to work. It's dark when you're coming home.
Checked out.
2-3 feet of snow on the
It's
ground.
a
every
seasonal
day.
depression, right?
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's very, very tough. So, I don't necessarily got to deal with that anymore come the winter time. I'm down here in sunny South Florida playing with some cool dudes and,
That's gonna be
with
a
a really good
fun-ass
team.
team, man.
Really good
Yeah.
team.
A lot of cool
exactly.
personalities on the
Yeah,
team.
2 reasons. Over Josh Allen, and then obviously the weather. So we heard that.
That's what he
Win-win.
said.
That's what he said. It didn't cover my mouth. I was Jordan Poyer.
No,
No
Adam
bias.
totally
No,
not.
No
not
bias.
at all. I'm very curious, and we'll make this super quick. You've gone against so many different wide receivers in your career. We've always debated top 10, top 5 wide receivers. In your opinion, in Jordan Poyer's opinion, who are the top 5 hardest wide receivers you've ever had to go against?
Ever had to go against
Like,
in my
who
career?
just
In your
like
career.
not right now.
Yeah,
Just
in your
like
career.
kind of like every time you knew you were going
You're
against him,
like,
you're like,
fuck.
fuck, this can be a tough day.
Tyreek Hill,
Okay, you don't have to go against
Hey,
him
now you're
anymore.
good. Now you're good.
Julio Jones,
He was a good one.
Justin Jefferson, Antonio Brown,
Easy. That's a
and
squad.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who's like a sleeper guy that like you wouldn't like maybe not like the household name of like a Julio or AB type of guy like that, but like you're like, yo, that guy's nice. Like more people should know about him. Like he was hard as hell to guard.
To be honest, I think Jamar Chase is up there too.
Wow, early.
You think he
That's
deserves
true.
being like the Jettas Tyreek conversation?
I do believe he believes. I mean, I think he's a top 5 receiver. And I think people sleep on his ability to run routes. He's got really good hands and he's got really good catch radius, really strong hands. But I think he can run routes. He can get off press. He's big. He's strong. I don't think a lot of people give him credit for his route ability. Shoot, who else?
I mean, having D-Hop, Julio, and AB, those are 3 of the best wide receivers. Julio and AB are 2 of the best wide receivers of all time.
Right.
D-Hop's going to go down as like in that conversation, not necessarily in that realm, but to have those against people that you went against and to speak on that is crazy.
Is it
And
like-
to throw Jamar and Jettison there is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious though too. Like also as like a safety, a lot of times you have a running back come through the hole full speed ahead. You're like, fuck, I got to make a hit. Who's the one guy that you're like you were the most scared of, or like maybe not scared is the right word. Like,
Yeah, scared's
so
the wrong
who's the
word.
one guy that Jordan Poyer is like,
All of
fuck
them?
me, I got to tackle this
I
guy
would
right now.
fucking freak out.
Derrick Henry out in the open field is pretty wild.
What do you even do in that circumstance?
Just get him down, bro. You just go
hit
throw
the ankles,
your
like-
body on his fucking
Pray.
chest and yeah, a little prayer in there maybe, but you just gotta find a way to get him down. I think
shift the guy too,
to be
or
honest,
like-
making a tackle out in open space
Tough.
is probably one of the hardest things to do in football, especially when there is a lot of space. But as a defender, like they're always going to say, it doesn't matter how you do it, he just has to be down on the ground.
Do you think it's easier to tackle a guy that's like a shifty side to side kind of dude, or a Derrick Henry just downhill, strong as hell?
Probably a downhill that is not as shifty.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's easier to tackle, but it's not as fun because you're feeling all of
It's
that
gonna
coming
fucking hurt,
downhill.
It starts hurting 5 yards before it even gets to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's the next day that you feel it. It's the next day that you're like, yeah, I know where that came from.
Yeah, thanks, Derek.
That's
I mean, it's they're all very tough positions to be in, but at the end of the day, those are the positions that we as DBs and defenders
Have to be in, yeah.
are in all the time,
Yeah.
and are gonna have to make those plays.
That's sick. I appreciate the time. I want to be cognizant of it.
Yeah,
So
no,
we're going to
you're-
definitely wrap. But we like to wrap anything we do up with parting words. Now, I'm not going to put words into your mouth because you may have said Dolphins to win the AFC East as the parting words. But Jordan Poyer, can you leave us with any parting words for our little talk here?
Yeah,
Dolphins win the AFC East? Knew it.
no, we got a very good team, and I'm really excited to be a part of this team. One of the big reasons why I did come down here too was I got cut from the Bills. I want to beat in order for the Dolphins to win the AFC East.
You want to play him twice.
They have to beat the Bills, and we get to play them twice a year. One up there, one down here, and it's just I get goosebumps thinking about the opportunity that I'm going to be able to have. Helping my
fucking
team understand how they play, understand how we play, and just trying to be the best version of myself that I can to help our team. I'm the oldest on this team right now, which is
That's
Really?
crazy.
You're the oldest player on the
I'm the
field?
Or a
oldest player.
grandfather.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
I was gonna
That's
say you're not that old.
Crazy,
Like,
I know, but like I looked at the roster the other day and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
You're like, there's no 35.
there's nobody else even 33. I'm the only 33-year-old on the
Dad.
team. Jesus,
Crazy.
it's crazy. I know.
All right, Dad.
I know. It's
All right,
crazy.
Gramps,
But,
appreciate you having you on, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Dolphins
Appreciate it.
Braves,
Appreciate it.
it's
Season's
fun.
Thanks,
best.
Jordan.
Thank you. I
Appreciate
appreciate you
it.
guys for
Thank
having
you.
me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.